Welcome, Cancers. This is your August 10th through August 16th forecast. For you, the most impactful event will be Venus and Jupiter being conjunct in Virgo on August 12th, and that's going to highlight love and relationships for you. So joy and harmony in relationships and inner nurturing arises, and open your heart to unexpected blessings. So you can do something like just sharing a nourishing meal with a loved one to invite in your appreciation and grace. Let's see what else we have going on for our Cancers this week. All right, so we have the King of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so you are seeing clearly on whatever the situation is. We're going to try to align this more with love and relationships here, but it all matters, you're seeing very clearly here. And the only thing I would say is you may be coming in a little forceful with your opinions or your ideas here. So just make sure that your partner is also on board with any direction that you're going in, or any new goals or things that you're working towards here, because this is something, your relationship is one that it's going to be a journey for you. It's going to have its ups and downs here, but ultimately, you can have the success that you are desiring here. It is just that this needs to be nurtured, and you need to take a soft approach in building your bonds and strengthening your relationship here, and working towards any goals that you do have. Yeah, I mean, the work is coming out here as something that is going to be a focus for you, and it's going to be important here. So it may be about particular conversations that you're having this week, or if you're talking about some goals that you do have, could even be new ideas, new inspiration that is coming across your path here, and you're deciding like, yeah, I want that, or, oh, we're deciding that now we're going to start saving towards a house, or just what have you here, whatever it is that you are working towards. And it could just be your relationship, and that's it. But we are seeing that there is an inspired effort here, and that's coming out in a couple different places that is required in order for it to be successful. And in some ways, you may be being a little too serious here. So if it's not you, then it may be your partner here, but someone may be taking things a little too seriously, or getting overly emotional at times. And it may be a good idea to incorporate in some self-care practices, but also revisit emotional intelligence, and just ensure that you're communicating in a constructive way. But also try to incorporate more fun and self-care practices into the mix here. So let's see, let's get some oracles here, see what else we have going on. All right, so we have some flirting, hope, and what else? Healing. Wonderful. I love that. So maybe it's that you need to incorporate a little more flirting into the mix. We talked about having fun and creativity here. And then that also gives you hope and inspires you to work more towards the goals that you have. And then we also have healing coming up here as a part of the process. So this is really wonderful to see. I love these three cards, because it's like you getting back to, feeling how you are desiring to feel in your relationships here. And healing is always wonderful. It's always good to allow that process to happen. So I do want to look at some obstacles here. Okay. All right. So there may be some judgments or some decisions that you're making that may not be as popular, and that may cause a little bit of conflict or contrast in the environment. So it could really be, like I said, just some judging that's going on, or some pointing of fingers here, when it's really about like, okay, what is the issue that we're having? And if that can be explained in an objective way, to where it's more focused on the issue and coming up with a solution, as opposed to being focused on the person and very pointed at the person, and identifying them as doing something wrong here. because it could be just as simple like the way that they grew up, or what they value, even that may be just out of alignment with where you are and who you are, and that's okay. They can feel how they feel, and you can feel how you feel. And the question is at this point of how are you going to work through this, and do you want to work through this, essentially. So let those ideas come through. Let your passion be ignited here as you work through those items here. And I want to say specifically, like, I'm not saying like, oh, just, make out and makeup and all that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying like, yeah, if you have things you need to talk through, definitely do that. But just remember what the overall goal is. It's for your advancement. It's for your growth. It's for you to strengthen your bonds in your relationship, so you can get back to this place where you are flirting, and where you are having fun, and where you are healed and whole and complete here. And you're having a healthy relationship. And that doesn't mean one that's perfect, or one where there's never any contrast or conflict here. It just means that you're addressing issues and things that come up in a way that allows you to maintain your dignity, and you can come up with solutions that are a benefit to both parties that are involved. So let's look at underlying here. Okay, so you are being guided to allow yourself to be divinely guided, essentially. So there may be downloads and messages. There may be signs and synchronicities that are coming to you that you're being asked to open yourself up to, okay? And I had said this previously, and I don't know if I said it to Cancer or it was Leo maybe, but it may be that there's specific truths that are coming down to you or connecting with you that you may not be open to or wanting to hear. So in that case, this coming out as sort of like an underlying subconscious things that are going on. It may be good for you to do some journaling, do some meditation, or address your self-conscious in the way that you know how. All right, and let's look at your beliefs here. And you may also want to explore like why you feel the need. And I'm going to bring up something I talked about last week as far as the control is concerned. So this may be prevalent in your relationship, and it could be you or your partner that is exerting some sort of control over something. But that may be something that, again, is sort of like a subconscious belief that you feel like you need to exert that control to, ensure that things are going exactly how you want them to. So that's just an example. It doesn't have to be what's happening here. And it may not resonate with everyone, but there may be some areas within your subconscious that you can explore that are going to help you to work through any, contrast that comes up, and address any challenges or any areas where you feel like you could be a better partner. You may also want to run things through your heart chakra as well as your logical mind. So not just only thinking of things from an emotional standpoint, but really being objective and separating yourself from the issue and viewing it and looking at it from different perspectives, and allowing that to help you to understand, like, okay, there's different ways I can view this, there's different ways I can see this, because the one thing can happen and there's going to be whoever's there is going to have a viewpoint, and they're going to have a truth to that as well. So that's going to be their truth. So it may not be your truth, but just the clarification that there's always all different ways to look at an experience. And this is allowing you, being an objective party and pulling yourself out of it to just view it. That's allowing you to see the different sides and see the different perspectives. So I'm going to look at your approach here. Okay, so I feel like you will transition into this place where you are being balanced, where you are opening yourself up, where you are being flexible here, and you are recognizing and knowing that there is some sort of balance that can be reached here. There is some solution that can be a benefit to both parties or everyone that is involved here. Okay. So I'm going to look at your external environment here. So there may be like a little bit of a focus on the support that others need at this time. So you may find that, and I'm seeing like a particular example or scenario where maybe you may have an issue with how much your partner works, or, you know, they need to be away on their job, or they may travel for work, or something to that effect. So like just an example, but you may find that there's like the external environment that's needing more support, or that's taking a lot of the time away. That you could have and be spending together. So in some way, that may be happening and occurring here. And what else here? So why are you giving the Hermit? Okay. All right. So there's definitely, and I said this earlier, there are truths here that need to come out here about what you can do in the meantime to raise your frequency and your vibration. So I feel like some of you may be so focused on your partner and on the relationship that you've forgotten your needs, and you've forgotten the ways and the things that you do to make yourself happy and to increase your mood and your emotional state. And you're being guided to really take the time that you need to relax and replenish your soul at this time. Work on your own things mentally, physically, emotionally, so that you can be the best partner that you can be at this time. So there, for some reason, is a need for you to really explore that, and that will also help you to be a little more objective in your discussions and in your conversations, and in addressing your partner's needs as well as your own. Okay, so let's look at, get a couple more for guidance, and then we'll get some oracles here. Wonderful, wonderful. So I do see you getting to that place where you are able to work through any conflict and challenges that you do have, and you can come together and you can heal, as we have coming out here. So I'm really being drawn to this hope and to this healing here, and I feel like this Two of Cups here is just reiterating that and allowing you to get back to that place of just pure unconditional love that you do have for each other. And also I want to say, if you are not in a relationship and that is something that you are desiring, then this is also that confirmation that may become available to you as well. All right, and then we have more guidance, more knowledge. There's going to be more things revealed as a part of this process. So anything that you are working through or working towards, you're going to find that clarity that you're seeking, and more and more and more wisdom and knowledge is going to be made available to you. And it's going to be a matter of how you take inspired action based on what you know and what's coming towards you here. So we know and see that you are putting in the effort, you are putting in that work, but like there's going to be truths coming to you, there's going to be more knowledge and wisdom and guidance available to you. So this is you deciding like how you're going to respond to that, how you're going to react to that, what inspired action are you going to take as a result of the new information, the new wisdom and knowledge that you do have. This is also an opportunity for you to take a moment and be proud of how far you've come and the work that you've put in, and maybe take a look at some milestones that you've reached here. You may have had quite a few things that you've worked through with your partner to get yourselves to this point. So you may want to take a moment to just reflect on that and be grateful and appreciative of that, or to be grateful and appreciative that you do have someone in your life that is committed to you and dedicated to you and the partnership and the family environment, because not everyone has that. So just gratitude and appreciation. Okay, so let's get some oracles here. Be patient, trust the wait, everything is coming together. I love that. You will have financial security in life, so that may be one of the areas where you do want to explore that a little more. You do want to work on the plan that you do have there. And if that is the case, you do have that confirmation coming up here. All right. And then we have the Page of Wands here. Okay, and with that, it's really time to allow your creativity to come through and see what kind of ideas come up for you and your partner. So let's get some oracles, because I really wanted to stick with the oracles here. So we have clear vision, confirmation, right timing, and opportunity coming through for you. So that is wonderful to see, because we are, well, I'll say your guides are really asking you to trust the process here and allow yourself to be open and flexible to what comes up for you. So really test out ideas and experiment and make adjustments along the way. So we have awakening. So that is wonderful to see here, because this to me is not just for the relationship and for you and your partner, but this is you individually awakening and coming into a higher level of consciousness and understanding and unconditional love here. So that's wonderful. And we're going to close out with some oracles here. So we have emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. So in order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. So that is a very clear message for some of you. And like I said, those truths are going to come through the more you connect with your higher self and intuition. So don't shy away from that. And a message for you: I'm thinking of you at this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. That is so wonderful. So that is a message from your partner or the person that is on your mind at this time. So that's beautiful to see. And I'm going to get one more here, because I feel like there's something that needs to go here. So we have give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. So I love that. Is another wonderful message here of you having and being able to connect with any desires that you do have, any dreams, any goals that you have, and just allow life to flow through you and allow yourself to go through the process here and be grateful and appreciative as you're going along. All right, Cancer, so those are the messages I have for you. Thank you so much for watching and have a great week.